How's it going, everybody? It's Mystical here, and I'm back with another commentary. It's been about 2 or 3 weeks or something like that since my last one. For those that are wondering, I still am going to be doing a follow-up Master Chief Collection commentary about how the game is. The long story short is it's going well, but I'll have a video for that in more detail later on. But for this one, I wanted to do this one first because I've been asked a lot lately about certain games coming out at the end of this year, and I thought this would be a pretty good commentary to group all three of them up together. That's why I called it the 3 Bs, and obviously so I'll be talking about Battlefield 5, Black Ops 4, and Battlefront 2, which isn't coming out this year, but it came out last year. But before I get into that, the background gameplay is from Smash Bros. Wii U. May not make sense. It's like, why would I use this instead of some gameplay from the other games that I mentioned that I'm going to actually be talking about? But it'll make sense later on in the video. And also, I just was playing Smash Bros. And thought it would be entertaining. This is a 1 versus 7, by the way. I like to do some crazy things in the game. So it was, even though the CPUs are lower skill than I usually play on 9, when they're all together, it's just insane trying to stay alive with only 5 stocks. It was super hard, but I've got a couple of those gameplays, and then I think if it goes that long, a one-on-one against a level 9 later. But anyways, so yeah, a lot of people, because you know it's game season is upon us here real soon. I like to call game season the October to November time frame. I guess September, mid-September it starts technically, but this is like when all the games start coming out, you know, so it's game season for the majority of them, you know. More are starting to come out in the springtime, surprisingly, to get away from the other big titles, but I digress. But yeah, everyone's been asking me, because obviously Battlefield 5 and Black Ops 4 are coming out here, and some in a couple weeks, actually. What I think about them, if I'm getting them, all that good stuff. And so I was going to answer questions, and there's a tie-in to why I have Battlefront 2 mentioned, because it actually kind of connects together, at least I feel it does. So the big question people are asking, so are you going to be, where's the the Black Ops 4 or the Battlefield 5 beta gameplay? And there is none on the channel, as you can tell. I have literally not played any beta of Battlefield 5, and I've not played any beta of Black Ops 4, and that's because I haven't pre-ordered either games. But then the question is, am I even getting those games? And the answer is actually no. This isn't actually, it shouldn't come as a huge shocker. In the past, I've skipped Call of Duties, like Call of Duty Ghosts. I didn't get that till a year later when it was like 15 bucks. And I upload it from time to time. Actually, if this all goes well, this should have been uploaded right after some Ghost gameplay of Squad Mode. I actually do enjoy Ghost a lot, but another game that I got really late, like 1.5 years later, was Titanfall 2. I skip games like Battlefield Hardline and stuff. Sometimes I just don't feel like it's the game for me. And for what I've seen and heard, Battlefield 5, I'm not feeling it. I hear the gunplay is good, but the everything else in the game is just kind of meh, and content-wise it's lacking. And just the way they've marketed it was really poor, and I just don't feel confident in pre-ordering or buying that game for $60. For Black Ops 4, I'm just not a Battle Royale player, so I really had no reason to pre-order to want to do a Battle Royale mode. I don't like Battle Royale. People have asked me that if I should play Fortnite or something. I never will. I'll never play PUBG either, probably. I'm just not into the spawn in, run, try and find somebody. Maybe you'll get in this tense fight that's exhilarating because you finally win, but then, you know, you get killed and it's game over because you're 80th place, congratulations. I mean, yeah, sure, I'm sure if I actually did try playing them, I'd probably do okay because I'm pretty good at shooters from what you guys see, but it's just not my style of game. It's the same with like Search and Destroy, why you never see me play that in Call of Duty, with the exception of squad mode and ghost because that's against bots, and that's just, I find that more fun. I don't find myself on a death screen constantly, but I don't like one life per round type game modes really. That's just never been my thing. And I'm not into the whole free roaming, having to start over constantly, you know, in 20 whatever long matches, having to do it. I know people do enjoy it, it's just not my thing. It's the same thing with fighter games, which this is, I guess, technically Smash Bros. Is a fighter game, but it's a different game to me, if that makes sense. But, you know, real fighter games, like Street Fighter or Soul Calibur, I'm not very good at those, and I don't play them almost ever. Same with MMOs. So it's the same with the Battle Royale. That's its own game mode and style, and it's just not my thing. But with that said, Black Ops 4 in itself, it looks okay from what I've seen. If I was to get the game, I would wait till it goes down in price, and then I would get it for the multiplayer. But I have no interest in Battle Royale, and I have no interest in zombies. So I would be paying like $60+ for 2/3 of a game I never really play, and I don't want to do that really. As I've said before, it's with games I don't buy or I buy late, it's never been a money issue for me. I could buy every single premium, deluxe, whatever freaking edition in as pocket change, thankfully, because I'm in that condition of saving money and doing all that, you know, buying games is nothing. I've always been really frugal, and even with games, I don't need it now, and I don't really want to play it. And I don't really have to defend why I don't want to get it. Some people find it strange because, you know, I'm uploading crap tons of Black Ops 3, but that's because I actually like that game. And I've become a huge fan of the advanced movement. When I first played Black Ops 3, I didn't realize that I didn't really like the movement, and I think it was because Advanced Warfare was the first one to do it, and it was kind of half and half, you know. Black Ops 3 actually really refined it. And it took me until 2017 when I really started playing the game to really get into those fine-tuned movements and stuff. And it's kind of the same way of doing strafing in Halo. I really enjoy all the tricks and jumps you can do in Black Ops 3, but that's been taken away in Black Ops 4. And you know, it's a boots on ground, but it's not the boots on ground that I wanted. What I wanted was a Modern Warfare shooter. I'm not saying the Modern Warfare series, but I thought Black Ops 4 was going to bring us back to modern shooters like our time period, but instead it's this half and half Black Ops 2.0. And don't get me wrong, I still play bot matches in Black Ops 2, and it's fun. It's a solid game, but having the same specialists, most of them back, without all the advanced movement just seemed pointless to me. It looks like the gunplay is good though. But I don't want to get the game right away. And there's just lots of other little things that they changed. And one of the other things, I was actually going to probably play the game when it first came out, but what turned me off right away is when they announced that PlayStation users are getting those exclusive map pack for Black Ops 3, and Xbox, as far as I know, is never getting it. And so I was like, well, screw this, I'm not buying your game right away then. I'm gonna wait till it goes on sale or something, or hold out and see if they finally release the DLC, because I'm gonna keep playing Black Ops 3. I've done that with plenty of games that came out on release day and I was playing the previous version. It doesn't bother me. There's always a dedicated fan base, and because Black Ops 3 is advanced movement and Black Ops 4 isn't, I think there will be plenty of people still playing it because it's the same as like classic Halo with the new Halo. There's still people like me who play the classic way more. That's why I've been uploading Master Chief Collection for like 4 years, 5 almost now, since it came out. I just keep going. So that's pretty much it with Black Ops 4 and why I'm not getting it right away. But I'm basically going to wait for changes. I'm not interested in the game enough to want to buy it right away. I know some people will be disappointed because if you've seen my gameplay in Black Ops 3, I tend to tear it up, and I have no doubt because of the changes they've done in 4 from what it sounds like. Players who are really good with accuracy and skill will be rewarded, you know, learning how to shoot the guns and stuff. But, I mean, I didn't really play Black Ops 3, really play it until 2017. Sure, I owned the game when it first came out, but I didn't like really play it actively until 2017. You know, I was a level 55 with I don't know how many kills, very little. I like got to 55 and then quit in 3. And then in 2017 I picked it up, and now I'm like Prestige Master. So I could wait 2 years even on Black Ops 4 and come back. I am curious what you guys think, or if you're excited for 4. But I will say this, hopefully you're still listening. I do hope that Black Ops 4 does phenomenal in even the Battle Royale mode. Kind of. I need to say that because it's kind of both sides. I want Black Ops 4 to do well because I want it to crush EA this year really badly. And before I get onto that topic of Battlefield 5 and EA getting crushed, I hope the Battle Royale does well for people who enjoy it, but at the same time I'm afraid this is going to start affecting every Call of Duty, where we're going to lose campaign or we're going to lose multiplayer in the future, and it's just going to become Battle Royale, the Infinity Ward version, and Battle Royale, the Sledgehammer version. It's like, oh great, so now we're just doing the trend, you know, and it sells and makes money, so it makes sense they're doing it. But I don't believe for 1 second that they started after Black Ops 3 shipped that they're like, we're going to do Battle Royale for 4. I don't believe that for a second. I feel once PUBG and Fortnite started taking off, that's when they decided that they wanted to do Battle Royale. Because there's no way, because there was nothing even on the market from far as I know, once development on 4 would have started, that Battle Royale was even in the scene, you know? So it just doesn't make sense that there's any way that they would have gone from the start. But I don't know, maybe they can see ahead somehow with trends, or they have people looking at analytics. But Battle Royale wasn't a thing back in 2015, if you guys remember. It was just standard shooters, and there were Battle Royale games, but they'd been on Steam for years, and they weren't going anywhere. But who knows? I'm just afraid that this is going to be a new thing that Activision pushes in every Call of Duty, and we're going to lose features that I personally like. And that'll just mean, I guess, less games I buy from them. But I'm really hoping that Black Ops 4 is everything everybody dreamed it is, and then next year is my turn, because I really want Modern Warfare 4 or Modern Warfare 2 remastered. And I hope one of those two or both becomes a reality, because that would be awesome. I think Black Ops 4 will be great for all the people who are really into Battle Royale or wanted something new for Call of Duty. But I am waiting for a modern shooter again, not just boots on the ground. We got our World War II finally. I'm really happy about that game. And the changes they've done, I can feel it, at least Network, when I played with a friend a week ago. It felt like a different game the last time I played. They really changed things, which was great. But anyways, I hope next year is Modern Warfare 4 and 2 remastered, but I can make another commentary on that when we get closer. I need to move on because times are running out. Anyway, so the segue is, I hope Black Ops does so well this year that EA gets punished for it with their Battlefield 5, because I feel Battlefield 5 could have been good if they made it the same style as Battlefront 1 World War 1. Instead, they kind of did this like half goofy thing, and I hear they're going to kind of tone it down, but I think it's too little too late. And from people who played the beta, they say the gunplay was good, but everything else in the game isn't that great. And so that's like, I don't want to... I've seen some gameplay, but I'm not going to random chance buy that $60 game and then play it and then find out, oh, I don't really want to play it very often. I'd rather wait a couple months at the very least and then see if I want to buy it later. Because I'm not saying I never will buy Battlefield 5 or Black Ops 4. I'm just saying I'm not interested in getting them when they first come out. And I don't really have much more to say about 5 because it's literally not been on my mind that much, but people keep asking. And that is one of the big games, I guess, coming out later this year that I'm not getting. And so then the final big B I wanted to talk about is Battlefront 2 and how disappointed I have been. Like, how disappointed. You have no idea how upset and disappointed I've been in Battlefront 2. You guys have seen me upload gameplay at least once every week, but that's going to start degrading real soon here. It's going to start going to once every other week, and it may just be once a month eventually, because I haven't actually played it in a month or two, honestly. It's just gotten so boring. And all the gameplay you're seeing is from a couple months ago because it's just, you know, they're not adding anything. It's been an entire year. I've never seen a game that they said is a live service, quote unquote, have so little content all year. There has been 0 new heroes. There has been 0 new big maps. They've only had a couple of small game modes and some party things like jetpack cargo and Ewok Hunt, which, don't get me wrong, Ewok Hunt is pretty funny and fun, and so is jetpack cargo, but if that is the excuse for them being a live service compared to the 4 DLCs that Battlefront 2015 had, granted that was still kind of lame, at least that was more than frickin' Battlefront 2 has had all year. And sure, there are some heroes coming out later this year, and finally a big map, Geonosis, but it's just one map. Are you telling me 12 months of development, that's all they've done? I know they had to spend some year backtracking the loot box stuff, and then they had to change some things, like the squad system is coming out real soon. I may actually get on to try that after not playing for months. I think it's actually the updates today, but I completely forgot. Maybe later this week I'll try it. And then they had to they had to do the whole loot box thing. But even then, I think they cut all their development, and it leads back to doing Battlefield 5. And Battlefield 5 is just going to fall apart. They should have kept devs and people working full force on Battlefront 2 and, you know, kept the promise of making that game great. Because it's such a shame, because Battlefront 2 has such a good underlying core to it, but the rest of the game is just, where's the content, you know? It's just ridiculous. And it's so upsetting because it's just right there where they could have had like a big battle arcade mode. They could have added like 4 or 5 more large-scale maps. They could have had a conquest mode by now. Instead of doing drip feed one hero every once a month. I think, you know, like 1 month you're getting, later this year, what's his face? I'm drawing a blank. I can't remember the guy. I should, because I actually watched the prequels again recently. I can't remember his name. Frick. I'm drawing a blank. But anyways, you know, like Obi-Wan Kenobi coming out 1 month, and then Count Dooku 1 month, like a hero a month. Like, this isn't like Overwatch hero style here, you know? This isn't like League of Legends where a hero is that big of a deal, in my opinion. It's one character, one person can use all game while everybody else is a trooper. And that's the worst part, is the troopers, they keep saying there'll be skins, but there's absolutely nothing. And you still can't even like change your gender on certain troopers and stuff. It's just like there's just nothing. That's basically all I have to say. And I made a commentary about 2 years ago talking about, I hope Battlefront 2 finally delivers. And when Battlefront 2 came out, it started out okay, but they needed to keep adding more to it until the game felt full and complete, because it was just a good starter for a couple months. And other than that DLC they announced before the game shipped, which was already being worked on, obviously, they've had nothing big the rest of the year. So I really hope EA this year really suffers, and Black Ops 4 just crushes them so Battlefield 5 doesn't sell very well. And then maybe they'll go back to Battlefront 2 and realize that they need to put more work into it, not abandon it, because I'm going to be shocked if in 2019 they continue support for Battlefront 2, despite how poorly it's been supported already. But it's a game I really wanted to like, and it was a game I wanted to play every day or almost every week. But I can't even really enjoy the offline because all it is meager pickings team deathmatch mode, you know? They don't have any bigger mode, and the team deathmatch, because I enjoy bots, can be fun from time to time, but it's just so little options. Even Call of Duty for bots has more game modes, more maps, more bots in the modes. It's just nuts. But that's really all I have left to say about it. It's just, you know, maybe I'll make another video on Battlefront 2 later on if things change or don't change. If they announce a Battlefront 3 next year, heaven forbid. I'm gonna go nuts. They're just gonna skip 2 and go to a 3. I definitely will not be buying 3 at the start then. But that's basically it with those. So I wanted to finish the video here quickly with the one game I am guaranteed I am buying, which is one of the reasons I was doing the gameplay here, is I'm buying Smash Bros. Ultimate. I'm really excited for that, actually. It's going to bring all the characters, a lot of the classic stages from the N64 era that have never been in the game, I don't think, since, are going to be there, and those are some of my favorite maps. I think Melee had it, maybe Brawl had it, but the Corneria map, the Star Fox one, where we're just on the side of the ship, that's not in Wii U that you can see here. That's my all-time favorite map. And just like I did with this game, I really want to do a 99 stock battle for Ultimate, and I'll do it on the Corneria one. But I'm going to buy a Switch in November. I'm going to get the Mario Kart. I heard the new Mario Party is going back to the traditional Mario Party, so you might even see gameplay from that. And then you will most definitely see Ultimate gameplay, which I'm really excited about. But that's the main thing. And all these gameplays are Palutena because that's one of my favorite characters, and I actually play this character really well. I'd say Peach, Pikachu, and who else? I'm getting better with Zelda. I like the fast, agile characters, basically. Pikachu used to be my main back in Melee and N64 days. And then I switched to Peach in Melee and Brawl. And then when Palutena came in this, I played her in the 99, which you guys can watch that battle. It's on my YouTube channel. I think it's the longest video I've ever uploaded, almost 3 hours. It's like an NFL game. It's like 3 hours long of trying to survive a 99 8-player, not level 9 CPU stock battle. It lasted forever, but it was like a freaking sporting event how long it lasted. But I want to do another one of those for Ultimate. But anyways, that's the one game I'm definitely buying. There is another game called Wreckfest. It's like a demolition derby car game, and I've always wanted one of those since the PS1 games. I think I played one on that. That's one I'm also thinking about getting. That would kind of be fun to upload to the channel, to have demo derby races and pits where you just try to make sure your car doesn't explode by the end and see if you can crash all the other cars first. But it's coming to consoles, so I guess it's been on PC later, but I digress. Yeah, this video is getting kind of long, and I don't know when the gameplay's gonna out, so if it does, I'll have some bonus Black Ops 3, just some random Black Ops 3 to fill in the end if it does, because there's just a couple things left I want to say. If you've actually made it to the end of this video. I will be... Master Chief Collection is in full ramp now, and I will have a video full up. I think that's the next commentary I want to do, where I'll be talking about all that. But I've been playing a lot of Master Chief Collection, and the gameplay that's still being uploaded on the channel is from a couple months ago, because I just have so much. So, you guys will be seeing that gameplay keep going for a while until you see the newer stuff. But the only real difference for you guys, at the very least, is you won't see, like, the menus will be the newer stuff, you know. And then obviously there'll be the fixes and changes for some stuff. You might see some new maps finally, like Sandbox, show up, which I'm excited to upload that again, because there's several games of Sandbox. But yeah, Master Chief Collection is in full gear, so that's always guaranteed once every month. Battlefront 2 is going down now, so that's kind of off the board for being active. It's gonna kind of slow down a bit. Smash Bros has picked up again. I've been doing that at least once every other week. Black Ops 3 is still in massive full gear 2 times a week, because I'm still playing that every day still, and having a lot of fun, surprisingly, despite playing it. I'm just so good at it, so I've got so much gameplay on that, it's probably never going to end. But and then there's all the Battlefield, like Battlefield 1 and stuff like that, and other miscellaneous things. Been playing a little bit of Modern Warfare 2 since it became backwards compatible, so there's still a good variety of games on the channel coming. But I'd say the constants are Black Ops 3 and Master Chief Collection. And then the one going down is Battlefront 2. But hopefully you guys have been enjoying the gameplay. There'll definitely be new games later this year, possibly at the very least Switch console titles. I know some people are kind of disappointed if I won't be getting Black Ops 4 or Battlefield 5. But I'm not saying never say never. I'm just saying I'm going to wait, like I have done with certain titles. Because like with Titanfall 2, I'm now uploading that almost every other week now, and I cut that game a year and a half, and it's fine. there's still people playing it, so I'm not worried about missing the train, quote unquote. I feel if you're a competent first-person shooter, even if people learn the meta before you, like people did in Black Ops 3, for example, and I really started playing in 2017, I caught up so fast. And I'm just beating the crap out of everybody else and other prestige masters that are higher level than me. It just takes time to adapt, so I have no fear of missing the party, or, ooh, I'm gonna miss some stupid weapon scanner. Oh boy, they brought supply drops back and I'm gonna miss some gun. Who cares? I don't really care. But we'll see. It really depends. Black Ops 3 or 4 might impress me more than I am right now. Maybe they'll have a better or less loot box system, or they'll finally give Black Ops 3 players the map pack. But either way, I've rambled on long enough. If you guys actually made it to the end of the video, congratulations. I know I don't do commentaries very much, so maybe you guys are excited to hear me complain, but this wasn't really a negative video. It was just more what I'm supporting and what I'm not, but I'll keep uploading and stuff. But I'm sure there'll be plenty of other channels out there for you guys to watch who are more enthusiastic about Black Ops 4 and Battlefield 5. So if you want to see those, you can go to those and enjoy them. But until next time, I'll see you guys later, and I hope you enjoy watching everything on the channel. And as always, have a good time, and I'll see you around.